Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I take the flight in the Airbus A320neo in Laudamotion colours on a trip from here in Liverpool John Lennon Airport to Vienna. So flight time's about 2 hours and 15 minutes today, about 2 hours of flight time once we get ourselves airborne. Should be a relatively simple flight, should be a relatively easy one for us to manage today. A little bit of cloud on departure, it's very foggy in Vienna on the arrival, so fingers crossed that will go smoothly. But hopefully, we should get some pretty good, decent ATC coverage as well. So Liverpool, we've got Centre online right now for UK, so I'll leave it on to them. From around 6ish PM, Vienna Tower will come online as well as approach until between 7 on the arrival. But we'll set the aircraft up, we'll prepare ourselves for departure, and hopefully we'll be airborne in just a couple of minutes. So we'll activate the aircraft as we do, so ADO is all set, solar power set, oxygen supplies all set, we'll turn the strobe to automatic, nav lights come on, that's the no smoking to on. Seatbelts will wait a couple of moments, the fuel truck arrives. That shouldn't take us that long, to be fair. Vaxeris is right now, perfect. We will quickly use the tablet, get the fuel numbers up, so I also need to quickly plug in my sim brief username, which will do 2 seconds. A moment. As I say, it should be a relatively simple departure today, simple flight. Can't imagine there being too much to quickly go wrong. Right, so we'll pull that from SimBrief, we'll go to Dispatch, we'll go to Load Sheet, and the fuel on board today is 18015. 18015. So 44, 43, 18015, that will probably do. Yes, it will. 42 is our fuel tank full. That is set. I'll make sure the airfields are there again. So seatbelts come on, fuel pumps come on. Make sure that the strobe's automatic again, as well as the logo lights. That's all fine. That's all fine. Perfect. We will turn up some backlighting. We will turn up the brightness of this aircraft just because it is a little bit, a little bit dark right now. A bit of cloud cover. There's a BA A320 just to our left. On the other side of the airport, you can see an EasyJet as well as someone I can't quite see. That's a Swiss tail I can see over there. So there's a few airplanes here at Liverpool, so therefore a few people likely going to be following us to Vienna today. How do you get SimBrief to the iPad? So you plug in, so you go to the company page and you put in your SimBrief username, which in my case is not Drawyah, so I'm not going to show it on screen. But yes, just go to the company page and you just type in your SimBrief username and both should link quite nicely. Right, we'll go for our initialization. We're departing from Echo Golf Golf Papa and arriving at Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey. We are flying. Flight number is FR115, because remember that Laudamotion is now a Ryanair-owned airline, and therefore we now use the Foxtrot Romeo tail codes FR, which is already in use apparently. That's annoying. Okay, in that case we'll have to find the former Laudamotion number. Imagine that's because someone actually now flying in Ryanair colours, so if that's the case, they may have nicked my number. Okay, Lima Whiskey it is. Lima Whiskey 115. Live with that, can we? Flight numbers in use, really? Someone's playing around with me, are they? Worst case scenario, just won't use it. Fair enough, flight numbers in use, won't do it. Right, initialization, we will align on reference, confirm that. Cost index today, according to our flight plan, is 15. And our cruising altitude of flights level 350, 35,000 feet. Head to the next page. We'll plug in our zero fuel weight, which we'll just pick from the aircraft. Our block fuel on board is around 8.12 right now. And we'll head to the flight plan page, but before we do that, let's start building our passengers today. So menu, start flight, departing from Liverpool, arriving at Vienna, FR115, 35,000 feet, flight time 1 hour 55 minutes, departure will be at approximately 21 minutes. Flying A320neo with 180 passengers on board, 180. No Wi-Fi, no entertainment. We have got board music for Laudamotion, so we're using that. Have got a safety briefing for Laudamotion, we'll be using that. We do get snacks, we don't get a meal service, and with that, let's start boarding, because I put the right time in, 20... Oh, it's 22 minutes. Right, let's start boarding now, shall we? Back to the FMS, let's program our flights plan for today. So, departure is going to take us via the Barton right departure, so matches the Barton we're flying over. First waypoint is Barton. From there, we fly the Uniform Lima 975. Onto DSIG. Then it's Lima 603. Onto LAMSO. Directs to Avelli. Directs to Podip. Directs to Tesca. Directs to Osbitz. Well, we then fly the Uniform Zulu 205 to Lula, and then we fly directs to Abudo. Long flight plan that, but we are getting to the end of it now. So Lula to Abudo. And then finally, it's the Zulu 205 to Budex. Where it then tells me we fly direct to runway 11. I can imagine that if the town line later, they will probably just vector us in anyway. Did you not like Budex? Did you not? BDEX, input that. You do like it, fair enough, I must have mistyped it. Inside that, flight plan's complete. Let's grease the passengers, shall we? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Laudamotion Ryanair flight even 115 from here in Liverpool to Vienna. Flight time today is around 1 hour and 55 minutes. Let's get a little bit of a choppy departure out today, a little bit of low cloud, and therefore could get a bit turbulence. Cruising itself should be rather fine, and then into Vienna, it's a little bit foggy right now, low visibility, and therefore maybe a bit of a bumpy approach in as well, but we should be relatively safe, we should be nice and safe in the aircraft today, it should be a very simple flight. And as always, if you have any questions, speak to Cabin Crew today. Otherwise, hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. So, 1 hour and 55 minutes from Liverpool to Vienna. Being told I've put a way. Oh gosh, yeah, I have put that waypoint in the program, haven't I? Podip, let me just confirm that. Cheers, Dan, that is a bit whoops from me. Podip, let me just what did I put? Yeah, let me just remove that. And then inside that, we'll skip a waypoint, we'll go straight from Podip to Osbit, that makes life a bit easier. As I say, check your flight plans, guys. Always check your flight plans. You never know when you might make a small mistake like that and send your aircraft through the US as a detour. Right, we'll start the APU go. We will print out the weather information, we'll listen to the ATIS, and then we'll contact for our departure today. So I'll send that across. We will listen to ATIS. It's going to be there. Echo Golf Papa Hotel, was it, for Liverpool? Golf Papa.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find
Okay. There's no weather information for me there.
170 at 24 knots. Going to 38 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Temperature 13 degrees Celsius. Dew point 9 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 0992. Showers in the vicinity. Scattered clouds at 2,200 feet. Overcast layer at 3,500 feet.
Was it altimeter
Winds 170 at 24 knots, gusting to 38 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Temperature 13 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, not really the highest connections on the ATIS. Okay, we've got the weather information. That's what we need. We will now. I've got a weather report there. It's absolutely useless to me. Departure, station not available. Arrival, station not available. I'm not quite sure what metastles they're using, but it obviously doesn't work right now. Right, okay, well, AP is available. We'll start the AP bleed. Give it a few seconds, power systems, external power comes off. Passengers are boarding. Should get a mix of both British and Central European names in the cabin today. Not looking bad. Not looking bad again. I do love the new passenger name list. A lot less predictable, a lot more international names going on here, and just overall, just the whole regions thing. You now have a mix of both your departure and arrival airports, a few other random names thrown in for good measure, and it just gives you a lot more of a realistic view of the cabin, rather than being, oh look, you're flying in Japan, here's a list of all American names just to fill the entire world. Very, very good. We're on IVAO right now, Mano. We're on IVAO as our online server. Right, so our performance up now. We will... Oh, departure, shall we, first? Departure is runway 09 by the Barton departure. 1 Victor it is. Last 1 Victor departure, no transition, insert that. Set our speed, so flaps 1 for takeoff, flex temp is 70, and our takeoff speeds are as follows: 125, 126, and 130. I am using the fix for the flaps now. So Asobo today came out saying that what they'd done is they'd changed their flap coefficient by a factor of 2. So they've doubled your flaps they've doubled your flaps lifts without changing the drag. So as a result, aircraft are floating everywhere. And so they said that the easy way to fix is change your flaps in the config, which EasyJet Sim Pilots did a tutorial on his channel, which just kind of shows you how to do it more visually. It's well worth doing. You want to fly your A320 at, well, if you want to fly the A320 without it floating everywhere like a madman, well worth doing. Well worth doing. Right, so we are now done in terms of setup. We'll tune to frequency, which is zoom out, 132605. Let's hit clearance, shall we? 132605.
Descend to 3,000 feet. Cleared RLS approach, 26 left.
So since we're on the centre frequency, there may be a little bit of chatter right now. We'll wait for a gap in the chat, and then we'll get talking. Hello there, London Centre. This is Laudamotion 115 at stands 52 at Liverpool, requesting IVAO copy to Vienna.
Laudamotion 115, controls. If you call Scottish, frequency 124.5.
Roger that, we'll do it through Scottish 124.5 for Laudamotion 115. Thank you very much. Right, so they've asked us to speak to Scottish Centre. My guess is because it's quite busy right now here in 124.5. It's a bit busy right now, so easy just to speak to Scotland. Getting to do it, it's a bit easier. Right, so the cabin's now boarded, everyone's on the aeroplane. That's that bit now done.
Aboard flight 150 with service to Vienna. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
Is it you, Dan, on the 124? Okay. Oh, it's you then, I guess. Hello there, Scotland Centre. This is Laudamotion 115, stand 52 Liverpool, requesting IVAO copy to Vienna.
If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
7, cleared. Destination by Barton 1 Victor 09. Squawk 2220.
Just give it a moment to read back that. Yes, Scott, I have changed the flaps config for the flight dynamics, and that's now fixed the issue. Well, should have fixed the issue now with the floating on arrival. We'll let them respond to this request clearance now, and then we'll go back to them later. As always, don't want to put too much walking ATC. As long as we can get the basics done, that's what particularly matters at this point. And we're ready for it. Well, 11 minutes to expected departure. We've got plenty of time on the ground now. Another 10 minutes or so until we're expected to depart. So, give it a wait. We'll clear the user points, since that's always problematic. Insert that. That looks fine. Laudamotion 115 at stand 52 Liverpool requesting IFR copy to Vienna.
Then 115 Scottish, good afternoon, standby.
There we go. So we'll wait for them to get back to us. They've put us on standby. We'll check our flight plan, confirm that, and then get us our clearance out.
115 Scottish, ready, copy.
Laudamotion 115, go ahead.
Laudamotion 115 is departing 1 Victor departure, runway 09, and you can squawk for me, say 3576.
Laudamotion 115 is cleared to depart runway 09 via the Barton 1 Victor departure, squawking 3576.
Laudamotion 115, read back, it's correct, pushing to start your discretion, QNH 992.
QNH 992 and push to start at his own discretion. We'll talk to you when we're ready to taxi, Laudamotion 115. Right, so they've given us taxi. Well, they've given permission to push and start now, so the very least that's over and done with. We're on the APU. We'll turn on the. Not sure, yeah, sorry, that's automatic. Beacon lights come on, and we will now prepare ourselves for push and start. So we'll call over the pushback tug. That will be on PushbackZoomer. Right, let's get ready to go, shall we? Ground from flight deck. Request pushback. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Give it a moment to load up properly, and then we can give it a call. Everything's running as expected, which is fine. Make sure Volanta's actually got a flight plan on there. I can see it's still blank. Seconds, add a flight plan, import from IVAO. Alternative airport is going to be Whiskey Lima. Fine. Right, tug's connected. Let's get going, shall we? Welcome, Ari, heading on Twitch. Ground from flight deck.
Ground here. Departure checks completed. Doors and hatches closed. Bypass pin inserted. Please release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Okay. Pushback begins.
Push the engine to ignition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now inform you about our safety instructions.
You may begin starting the engines, Captain.
Turn facing south.
Sure. Let me turn you to a southern course.
Whenever the fasten seatbelt sign illuminates, fasten your seatbelt and pull it tight. To open the seatbelt, lift the buckle. We recommend keeping the seatbelt fastened during the entire flight.
Stop pushback.
Yes, tell when the parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Perfect. Pushback pins are removed. Now it's your turn. See you again.
Thank you very much. Right, engine 1's available, engine 2 starts. We will do our quick flight control check, machinery is running as normal. Elevators are active. Ailerons active. Rudder active. Speed brakes up. Speed brakes down, active. Right, perfect. Engines set. Spoilers armed. Laps down 1. Not too bad, Classy Frog. Not doing too bad. So far, so good. How are you doing? No, I haven't heard about the 744 over Netherlands today. I need to get in front of us taxiing in, I believe. Oh, they just landed. I think they may have just landed that, actually. Answer is... Nope, he is just taxiing across. Oh no, sorry, he is landed. He just came in from... He's going to Zurich right now, he's just departing. Oh, hang on. What's going on there? Is that a troll? Probably. Probably. Yes, this is the A320neo mod. Right, engines 1 and 2 are both stable. We'll turn off the ignition. We will turn off the APU. We'll leave the anti-aircraft running, since the sim does love to freeze the airplane up a bit. We will speak now to the tower and request taxi instructions to runway 9. Laudamotion 115, hang on. Laudamotion 115 is requesting taxi instruction.
Laudamotion 115, taxi to the holding point, runway 09, report ready.
Taxi to runway holding point 09 and report ready for Laudamotion 115. Brakes released. Then taxi lights set. Let's get going, shall we?
Cottage control, Tango 102, stop the climb, flight level 190.
Yes, well, Nick, I have flown a real plane. I've flown microlights, I've flown the glider before in the past. This is IVAO, not VATSIM. We fly an IVAO. Don't use VATSIM on this channel. So good. We're going to taxi to 09. So it takes us down... Well, we're on Tango right now. Make a right onto Alpha. And then we're using Charlie, or Delta. Like at the end of the runway. Very small airport here at Liverpool Airport. It's only a single taxiway that gets you from the stands to the runway. Engine's a bit quiet. Shouldn't they... Oh, right. Very funny, Pascal. Very funny. So we're going to be behind the taxiing Swiss aircraft, EasyJet. You've got British Airways at gates right now. Quite a few planes here on the ground, quite a few of them slowly moving about. I think actually he's holding position for me. Thank you very much. Departing out of the fancy new updated hand-built Liverpool airports, as put together by Gaya Sim for the World Update 3. A very good town list, a very good build. Does look realistic. Does look very realistic. Right, set brakes to max. Cabin check. Air config test. And with that, our pre-takeoff test list is now complete. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff please. Seats for takeoff. Right, it's going to hold short of 09 at Charlie. Altitude, initial climb they'll give us, so leaving it at 5,000 for now. tower will give us climb out, or give us an altitude later on, presumably around the 10,000 mark, so initially 5,000, we'll follow what tower gives us later. Laudamotion 115 is holding short runway 09.
Laudamotion 115, the wind at Liverpool is 170 knots, 17 degrees, 24 knots, gusting 38 knots, runway 09, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, Laudamotion 115, thank you very much. Let's get ourselves to the runway, and let's get ourselves going, shall we? Flaps are set, so brake set, lines active, cabin secure, spoilers arms, takeoff flaps set, takeoff config normal, takeoff clearance, takeoff checklist complete. Oh, very nice spread, you enjoy it. Bad joystick is always the most memorable. I do remember my old, what was it, Cytec Pro Flight Aviator. Wasn't the best stick in the world, but it did its job, served its life. Now sits there, little thing behind my monitor there. Engines up 50. 1 and 2 are stable. Up to flex. Knots. A bit of a crosswind there, gotta be careful about that. Not quite centre, 110. B1. Rotates. Jeez, a 20 knot crosswind that's. 20 knot crosswind. Positive climb, gear up. Let's confirm. 23 knots from right to left. That's as much of a crossing as you get right there. It's probably right on the aircraft's takeoff limits. We are climbing at the very least. I mean, you can see we're still flying. We're flying runway heading. But for runway heading, we're no longer anywhere near the runway. It's crazy. That's.
The bird 125 pushes started approved. QNH at Liverpool.
Right, turn on your pilot. We'll reduce throttle to climb. Flaps come up. Laudamotion 115 has taken off, passing through 2,600 out of Liverpool.
Laudamotion 115, I'll just squawk at that, please.
Laudamotion 115, we are squawking ident 3576.
Laudamotion 115, the ident, but that's the one you've got it. Climb now, flight level 150.
Flight level 150 for Laudamotion 115, thank you very much. Continue climb to 1,500. We'll let the aircraft follow its own path out. Yes, aviation forever. We're on IVAO right now. Aircraft climbs out, passing through 4,500, holding it 250 knots, which is fine. We'll reset the ground spoilers.
Yellow 17 identified. Proceed now direct to slot clear. Kilo Lima.
We'll continue with the climb out of Liverpool. 4 passengers. To be fair, well, it's a windy takeoff. What do you expect? I did say on the intercom it would be a little bit bumpy on the way out. It's definitely, definitely a bit of a shaky one, but hey, I've done worse. I have done worse. But 23 knots. I don't actually know what is the A320 takeoff wind limits. I'm interested now. So according to the takeoffs. Okay, so the maximum takeoff for an A320 is 38 knots, and that also includes gusts. So we're two-thirds of the way. Yeah, tailwind is 50 knots, so there's 10 knots, but yeah. It's 38 knots, so about two-thirds of the way there to the maximum takeoff limits of the A320 of that takeoff. We'll set the altimeter standard. Continue our climb up past 10,000, landing lights come off.
Now turn on your larger portable electronic
First control, Calum 179, check.
We've now left the majority of the cloud. There's another layer above us. It doesn't look too bad. It does not look too bad. Very pretty clouds today. And again, clouds are always pretty in Microsoft Flight Sim.
Laudamotion 115, continue climb
Right.
level 270.
Let's carry on, shall we? Sorry, Laudamotion, climb flight level 270. Or I've not paid attention to that. For example, well, that's why I put the streaming mark in the chatter. If it means you're forgetting, Charles is a bit more lenient, saying, okay, he's very talking to the crowd. So climbing to flight level 270, 27,000, aircraft will continue to speed up, and hopefully we'll be airborne or cruising soon. I'm going to leave the seatbelt sign active for a bit longer, as I'm not quite sure how bumpy that cloud layer over there will be. Until we clear that, then I will consider doing the seatbelt signs. Not doing too bad, AppGeek, not doing too bad. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Next flight in Canada. I'm not sure when I'll do next Canada flight. Maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after. We'll see. Gochi game. We've got this flight now, and then tomorrow we're doing one flight, and that's flights from London Heathrow to Luanda in Angola. Flying the 747. An aircraft that you guys have always been begging me to fly more often. So flying 747 tomorrow, flying it from the UK to Africa, flying to Angola. Not too bad, North Shore, not too bad. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Got PACX, very nice flight fan. Like I said, I do like it. It's a very sweet little add-on. That's what it needs to do. Passenger cabin looks pretty good. Can't fault it really. But yeah, how about that for weather? It's absolutely pristine in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Got high altitude cloud, low altitude cloud, nice little gap in the middle, blue skies just in the background. That'll be us later on in cruise. Which one's better? So Microsoft Flight Sim Aviation Forever is good for Microsoft Flight is good for the graphics and visuals. X-Plane is good for the flight dynamics and aircraft systems. Until aircraft for Microsoft Flight Sim, well, until we get more of the payware, high quality stuff, then we'll likely get more fancy planes in the future. But for now, this is the more visually appealing sim. Welcome, Charlie. How are you doing? What channel chats? How are you today? Why are you always filling up your planes? Well, the passenger number is built by the flight plan. So if I go to the IVAO flight plan, so Laudamotion 115, I edit that. It's set to person on board 180. So that's how I do my. This number's randomly generated, and so that's what I follow for all my flights. And to be fair, this morning we did the flights from Denmark to Amsterdam. Bumpy there, I must admit. We went to the flight this morning. We only had 170 people on board. 117 out of like 120 seats. So 180 seats. So quite an empty aeroplane this morning. Not sure I did next Indian flight, Baron. Did 2 flights in the last 2 weeks, and so I thought we'll give it a bit of a break for India, and then we'll do another flights there soon. Fixed landing problem, you can adjust your flight dynamics config file to update your aircraft's flaps lift output. Half it basically needs to be a value of 0.6.
Speedbird 125, runway 09, line up and wait.
We're just about to pass through the higher altitude cloud now. Soon to reach our initial climb, well, next time of 270, and so we'll keep an ear out for ATC to give us the next step up. We will need to get ourselves ready to speak to London Centre later, 132.605, then it's 135.750 for Amsterdam Centre again. Then there's a bit of a gap in ATC until we reach Austria. Then we have Vienna Approach and Vienna Tower, both Londons I'll talk to as well. So we've got decent coverage today. Should be a very nice, very open flights today.
Speedbird 125, line up runway 09.
You're flying from Liverpool to Vienna too. You're EZ771. Very nice GeForce. Hopefully we'll see you just behind us. Yes, Henry. Default weather. Default weather. When camera angle, you can adjust your Flight Sim's config file, so that's, or you can use Showcase Cam. Showcase Cam is the easy way, or as you configs is more of the more complicated way. In my case, I've done it via the configs. We just has to break through the cloud now. It's nice and clear blue skies in front. Passing through 24,000 now, flight level 240. We'll keep near out for ATC, and we'll get the next step up to flights level. What was it? Flight level 350, which our cruising altitude today, 35,350. How does one land the A320neo? Just like any other plane in Ryoshi, just like any other plane. Lots of practice, lots of skill. Icon stream footage we wanted to. I plan to specifically go to 4K Echo. I do hope to one day upgrade to 4K once I get to 3080. But for that, I'm waiting for a price. I might get 1440 if the prices are that good. It's kind of balancing out the price point and the quality. Because I could buy in 4K. I could buy any mods, to be fair. Just whether or not it'd be any good is the question. Contact on centre on 132605 Laudamotion 115. Thank you very much and goodbye. So we'll tune to London now. Make sure that the chatter is quiet.
Scottish control send me to you, sir.
Okay. I haven't heard any news that he's closing. So if you could return to his frequency for me, please.
Okay, I will return to his frequency. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello to London, this is Laudamotion 115 at flights level 270 inbound at Lamix.
Laudamotion 115, under control, hello, direct Lamso, climb now, flight level 350.
Direct Samso, up to 350 for Laudamotion 115, thank you very much.
Just to confirm that's direct Lamso.
Direct Lamso for Laudamotion 115.
Count of 681, radar service terminated, Unicom 122.
And step up climb to 35,000 feet.
122, there's no sir.
That, we'll take care of that.
Contact,
we'll turn off the seatbelt signs now since we're out of the cloud.
5.655.
Passengers error, freedom's back. Tablet Aviation Forever is the A320neo mod. The A320neo mod for the tablet.
To Bristol on 125.65, thank you.
Let's go ahead and turn off the fast seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you seatbelt fast.
Sedegate 0 Tango Zulu, climb now, flight level 350.
Climb into flight level 350, boarding 80 Tango.
We're passing through 28,000 now, flight level 280. Next stop for us is cruise. The cloud is breaking down a bit, which is very good to see. Still a lot of cloud cover below us, but there are now some patches of open skies in front. Here in London, it's quite similar. A little bit of cloud, but nothing too covered. This morning was quite bright white, but now it's a bit nicer. And the passengers, I think they're enjoying the views right now.
Loma Control, good evening.
Very pretty this, very pretty indeed.
1827 under control, hello, Squawk Cadet, climb now, flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 for Scandinavian 1827.
Right, well, it's another 1 hour and 43 to go to Vienna. 143, now Laudamotion jets. And the best view in the aeroplane will probably be that of the galley. I mean, you look outside, pretty skies throughout the entire trip. This will be the view we'll be sticking out for most of this flight today. But this is the best, as you guys would agree. Not sure yet, Goshi. Like I said, I'm not sure when I'll do a Canada flights yet, so no ideas, nothing yet for Canada. My METAR is currently set to the... Well, the METAR, this is whatever the A320neo is using. This is all the... I'm not sure what they've used for their METAR, but this is a mod, which is why it's not available. Later on we'll check it again. Worst case scenario, we'll just all the information from elsewhere.
London Control, good evening, Delta Foxtrot off Golf Cadet, passing double bond.
Look for us then, very nice aviation forever. You have good flights.
Delta Foxtrot, Oscar Delta, London Control, hello.
Passing through 5,000 feet, level 300.
Route direct Redfer.
Very nearly at cruise.
Flight level 230 direct red fast, Delta Foxtrot Oscar Oscar Delta, thank you very much.
And I'm flying with Laudamotion, T-Money. Flying with Laudamotion, now owned by Ryanair wholly. So, Ryanair Europe, as it's now known. Former Laudamotion, now it's Ryanair Europe. Try the course line again quickly, so if I go over to the initialization, we'll try that. Oh, it's on it now, FR15.
Scandinavian 1827, route direct to Lauda.
Leaving behind quite a heavy storm behind us.
Scandinavian 1827.
Everything else pretty calm, and pretty clear as we head to the front. And not too bad, John Pierce, not doing too bad. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Yes, hello Gaya, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Came out in August, no, September last year. It was August this year, wasn't it? Mid-August. It's very pretty though, very pretty. August 18th, there we go, yeah. So I did my first video on August 1st, which I'm not allowed to do the pre-release stuff, and then I did videos basically daily up until the, no, what's that? Box, yeah, did the videos virtually daily up until the release of August 18th. Tablet is on the A320neo mod, David, the A320neo mod. Next flight is tomorrow, we're doing flights from Heathrow to Luanda. Yes, T-Money, ATC are real people, so we're flying on the IVAO network, which is a mod, free to download, free to use, and basically it's an online chat, different frequencies, different controllers. You can then contact control, talk to them, don't need to interact with them, and everything's managed through, through SIM. So with Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX, X11, P3D, and FSX. And yes, Jack.
Along the upper Lima 603, so I need to keep you on my frequency so that you can maintain underneath that lot.
You're referring to us. I think you might be referring to us.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're flying with Laudamotion. We are flying with Nicky Lauda's former airline. No aviation forever, as I just said, I'm using IVAO altitude. We are parts of that sim, we do not use that sim.
1827, roger. That's fine.
I'm sorry, I'll see you next time and have a great evening. Bye bye.
Right, we are now at 35,000. We're now at cruising altitude. Our place changes to cruise. Aircraft will speed up to its altitude, or to its speed of, in this case, Mach 0.779. 1 hour 39 to go. So far, so good. Got a long way to. Well, it's not particularly a long way to go. If I look at the flight mapping, it's about 700 miles to go now. 700 miles to go. 99 so far. Time to ground 1 hour and 29. ETA 7:15. So actually, we're doing all right for time at this point. Not looking too bad. 7:15. It's about an hour and a half. Expected landing. Welcome, Apostles. How you doing? Welcome to Chats. How are you today? Cruising altitude, flight level 350. Cheeky fun. 35,000 feet. Flight level 350. There was that one guy at the start, actually, Ninja, but everything's all right now. Been a while. We all senior toured the UK. Senior, yes, we did the a couple of days ago the video of the all new UK update, and then on Thursday I also uploaded the landing video at Heathrow using the passenger wing views and fancy editing. Took me about 22 hours to record that video and render it and everything, but the final output, very, very pleased with it. Very happy indeed. So far so good, aircraft handling well, and we'll let it control everything up until the top of in Vienna. We should expect sunset as well over there, so fingers crossed, should be a pretty nice scene on the landing. Yeah, sure, we show the passengers Apostles. So like I said, we are using the fancy new update from TFDi design, which has the new local names. So it's not just American names everywhere, but now it's more localised for people living both sides. For example, Nick's Carter, it's a very English name. Maria Wagner, that's a very Austrian name. Wagner, Jim Mishra. There's a bit of a mix now of both British and Austrian names. And then we get the odd passenger who's also elsewhere as well. So, for example, I think it's, there you go, Edward 2. That's a very, I'd say, not Japanese, maybe Philippine, Indonesian kind of name. And so it's a bit of a mix. It mixes the passenger names, it mixes people in the cabin, and it's just more of a realistic passenger set rather than having everybody's American, here's a list of American names. I like it. I do like it. The mod is PACX, Apostolis, TFDi design at PACX. All mods are listed in the description. Feel free to refer to that for the mods list. Very smart, this. Lots of detail. Lots of names. Okay, game man. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Time in the sim right now is 14:48 Zulu. That's a new button. Doesn't seem to do much. I'm hoping it's not doing much. I'm just pressing it now for the sake of it. Doesn't seem to do too much though. Still no idea what these are. They were just added to the aeroplane for some reason. But it's not a bad model, this, the A320 cockpits. The servo defaults on top of the FlightControlReplay updates.
Tango Zulu, when ready, descend flight level 230 to be level by Redfer.
The names are PACX, Reese, TFDi Design PACX. If you're on their Discord server, TFDi Design, what you need to do is head over to the PACX support channel, and in there is a download link. Download the latest beta version. This is a testing version, so it's not released yet publicly, it's on their Discord beta, and from there you can then download the new passenger list name. Whenever you start your flight sim, you get a welcome to the page, which off installation. Not sure about that, Captain Scoop. I've not had to do a reinstall yet to the sim. Hardest plane you've ever flown? IG. What do you mean by IG? Try hard games. Hardest plane I've ever flown? IG. You're so tired of this, the autopilot keeps pulling your plane to the right. Are you using the A320neo mod gesture? If not, download it. The A320neo fixes everything and massively upgrades your flying experience. If you don't use the A320neo, you're impeding your own flight simming skills. I think it's the nice way to put that. We'll put the Amsterdam Centre on standby now, so 125750. And then as soon as we're ready to tune to them, as soon as we're ready to contact, we'll just press the button and then we'll speak to Amsterdam. How to fly by tablet, just install the mod Eclipse Ninja and it's added automatically. This is on the Dev and Experimental versions. Dev and Experimental, right now we're using the Experimental build for the all new flight dynamics. Also, coffee cup, because apparently those are important. We'll turn off the anti-ice. We don't really need it at this altitude. It's relatively clear outside, and therefore the air's going to freeze over. You have a power issue, you're at 2. I mean, I'm using it right now, the A320neo, as you can see, and I haven't got any issues with the autopilot, so touch wood, this will be a smooth flight. Yes, Diego, the yellow submarine was modelled at Liverpool Airport. It's probably shown a bit more of the terminal, to be fair, with the new updates, but we did cover it in our showcase stream. It does now include the yellow submarine, yes. Your A320 stuck to take off automatically at 115. Download the mod aviation. Download the mod. How old? I'm 21, Kendall. 21. I have DCS Slick Burrito. It's a sim I want to use a bit more often, but it's a very, very difficult platform to get started with, but very realistic. I don't use VATSIMmer Z-Polo. In fact, I'm banned from VATSIM myself, and so all I'm going to say is move to IVAO. Less problems over there. Can you say, ain't us really... Nope, I'm not going to say that. They fixed the ice issue then. Well...
Right, that's 328 Papa, contact.
Not frozen yet.
Radar 125.750, bye-bye.
Not having any major problems.
Contact Amsterdam radar on 125.
That's, do you have improved...
Thank you, bye-bye.
Yes, I have got an improved CSM model matching on Flight Sim 2. That is my add-on there. So for those who use IVAO, you can use this mod here to improve your flight simming model matching for the IVAO. Whenever you restart your flight sim, yeah, I just answered you, Captain Scoop. I'm not going to answer again. How can we ban? They won't tell me, Slick Burrito. Well avoided, of course. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, Natalie. Microsoft Flight Simulator. More trials of yes and no, 6 Wicked Rages. The only reason to get trials is because I'm streaming, and therefore stream snipers come and mess around. If I'm not streaming, or anybody else flies, no problems on IVAO. The only reason people are trolling because I'm streaming, and therefore it's a big audience, because then they're jokers. So I can guarantee you, if you're not a big streamer, then you'll fly with no problem on IVAO. You get the same ATC coverage. Make it a little less traffic because, again, by streaming, I've got like 50 airplanes behind. In fact, there's quite a few of you guys behind us. There's us in the lead, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 airplanes, one on the ground. All at Liverpool. So I've got quite a few people in tow. If I look at Vienna, you can probably actually see just a long list of inbounds. Have a look. So we're inbound, 16 aircraft inbound, of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 airplanes in from Liverpool. Very busy though. You must have a look. If I'm inbound at so 1915, there's an aircraft 6 behind us. Another. Well, those who are landing at the same time, Iberia 310 Sierra Tango and Easy 6771, aging behind that another couple minutes, so it's very, very close. Lots and lots of traffic into Vienna today. Tower is going to get very busy in that 10-minute slot. It's like 10 aeroplanes in 10 minutes, a lot of them clashing with one another. Oh yeah, it looks fantastic, Natalie. Microsoft Flight Sim, maybe not the most realistic flight sim in terms of dynamics and systems, but visually, second to none. No sim looks nearly as good as this. Well, tomorrow I flying the 747, Natalie, and last weekend we flew the 787, so do expect a bit more of a long hauler tomorrow.
Nakia 102, radar service terminated, Monitor Unicom 122.8. For your information, traffic is a Beluga, 1,000 feet below, will be crossing underneath you.
Beluga.
Thank you so much, sir, for traffic information.
Thanks, Hey1, very nice.
Want to do simulate. Bye-bye.
You get a lot here. You get the full traffic. It's very good, this. Yeah, so tomorrow I find the British Airways 747 colours, 9 hours from start to finish. Flying from London Heathrow to Luanda. Nope, I don't watch Santa Tex Night Takeaway, so I won't watch it tonight. I haven't really ever watched it before. Why are you so happy, Jory? Any reasons? Am I supposed to be depressed, Philip? I mean, I live my life, I enjoy what I do. Nothing to be depressed about, really.
Beluga 1 for Delta, route direct to Monty, Keegan 1 Delta arrival for Harden.
Channel requests, well, flight requests are down to channel members, Bossless. So if you're a channel member, you can.
Keegan 1 Delta.
In business class and first class, you get your flight requests. How do you do? You're about to do the same flight as well, man. We're from IVAO. Add to the massive list of traffic on the list. There's a lot of airplanes flying to Vienna right now. Right, I need to pay attention to the tower now because we're just about to fly into Amsterdam Centre. So I'm going to keep an ear out. I'm going to make sure I don't miss any calls. We'll tune across and then we'll get ourselves ready for the
London Radar, good evening.
next leg of this flight.
01, flying level 180, direct to Xaman.
Charlie Max Sierra 01, London Control, hello, route direct Compton, Charlie Papa Tango.
Can fly mobile. The only real mobile flight sims I can think of are X-Plane, Aerofly and Infinite Flights.
London Control, hello, Contact 8546 after departure from Cardiff, following our route established, and on Federal 140, ready for future climb.
Yes, goodbye UK, okay, goodbye home. I believe that's
thank you, climb now, Flattable
Thames Estuary over there, perhaps?
Route direct Redfur.
Yeah, that's the Thames Estuary. So London is somewhere about there. That's where London is right now, capital. Right on the horizon. In front you can just about see the coastline of Netherlands.
780 Tango Zulu, contact Samsung radar 125.750, bye bye.
Yes, Natalie, this is for computer. It also came out on Xbox this summer, but for now it's PC only, Windows PC only.
125.75, we're in 80 Tango Zulu, thank you very much, bye.
And then Centre Sleeper 834 with you passing flight level 550.
Is there a way in the middle of IVAO change to Para mode? Oh, if you go to your thing, Tom.
Sleeper 834, line control, hello.
Down here.
Squawk cadence, climb now, flight level 200.
Climbing up to flight level 200, speak for 834.
There's no 380 at Microsoft Flight Sim, guys, Shav, so the answer is not yet. When it comes out, I will do no 380 flights. Flying on IVAO Aviator, better European ATC coverage, better, more active. Also, model matching for Microsoft Flight Sim.
Climb now, flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, speed 125.
To be fair, BB and Batagol, there are already military aircraft in the sim. There's Eurofighter Typhoon, which is not very good, and the Italian one, the MB-104, I think it is.
115, contact Amsterdam
They
radar
already exist.
125.750, bye.
125.750 for Laudamotion 115, thank you very much, and goodbye. Hello there, Amsterdam Centre, this is Laudamotion 115 at flight level 350 inbound LAMSO.
Laudamotion 115, hello, get a contact, direct Tesca.
Direct to... Could you spell that out for us, Laudamotion 115 tester? Thank you very much, inbound to Tesca for Laudamotion 115.
Thank you.
Right, so input that, so direct.
Contact approach, 121,
Input that, and there we go.
205, thank you, sir, bye-bye.
Yes, Gauchi, I have flown Alitalia in real life and in flight sim. I've flown two Alitalia flights in the A320 and Embraer E190, and in flights I've done A320 flights. No A380 release date yet, Gakshav. No release dates yet. Is it worth upgrading to 1632 gigs of RAM? If you stream Kingslayer, yes. If you don't stream, then it really depends on where you fly. Some cities do boost your RAM up to about 25 gigs, but there aren't many cities that do that. So if you don't stream, you don't run into too much hardware intensive stuff, then you should be alright. If you run yourself, also mods. If you don't use too many mods, you're probably alright. If you do use a lot of mods, then 32 gigs does help you. Never, Charlie. The Brelock 3D 737 Max is an absolute scam and a cash grab, and so I will not be showing their stuff on this channel. For push talk, do you hold down and then talk, or do you press well, it's called push talk, Tom, so you push it to talk. You push and hold. Network is IVAO, Aviator. IVAO, IVAO.
Laudamotion 115, are you able to flight level 370?
Laudamotion 115 can do 370 if that's alright for you.
Yes, please. For unidentified traffic, flight level 350 coming your way, so 370 will be nice for now.
Roger that. Let's get out of their way. Flight level 370 for Laudamotion 115. There's traffic inbound to us right now, also at flight level 350. So just to avoid them, we're going to set climb to 37.
Excellent, 7 Mike. Ready
Diego, not yet, Diego. So you're talking about weight turbulence. Hang on, that's our TCAS last. Oh yeah, hang on. 10 miles. There's an aircraft just in front of us.
Monitor vertical speed.
Line up behind company and wait.
I don't see them.
Clear of conflict.
Clear of conflicts. I don't quite see them. The TCAS did come to life.
China 2 Mike Tango, hello, ground available 360.
Supposedly, they're just in front of us. Distance of 3 miles. Negative vision. Ah, there they are. Whew, that is keeping it close, isn't it? It's an EasyJet. Oh, fair play tower. If we didn't climb to 37,000, that could have been a problematic there. That's a couple of minutes within that. Just a couple of minutes. That aeroplane is Easy 6969.
Thank you for the cooperation. Traffic is disconnected. Would you like to maintain level 370?
Confirm, maintain 370 for Laudamotion 115. Could you possibly get a moderator on that? Because I'm looking at the call sign 6969 and they are slewing around from Liverpool, so concerned that could be a troll, could be someone here to break realism.
Okay.
Yeah, you are right. It is 6969. That is a troll there, so we'll get a moderator on that. Get a dot wall up on their name.
Mike, climb flight level 250, direct to Delta India Kilo.
Direct to DK flight level 240, excellent. Mike.
Flight level 250.
250, Mike.
Excellent, Stu. The wind 150 is 14, May 24.
This is the Airbus A320neo, Natalie, an Airbus A320neo flying in Laudamotion colours. In reality, Lauda don't have 320neos, they only operate in Airbus A320s. A320 no release date yet, Shalendra. No release dates yet for the A380. To be fair, Tom, you call the moderator because people are trolling. You want realism, kick those that are messing routes. Presumably you are one of those.
Excellent, Stu, roger.
Very nice shift, glad you come for the vibe out. Inside PACX there's a bridge downside which you need to play inside animation. What do you mean by that, playing inside animation there, Wotan? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Favourite call sign? Not sure, nothing comes to mind at this time.
Excellent.
Yes, Michael, do have a couple of aeroplanes. And how's it going? Not too bad, Sebastian. Not doing too bad. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, to chat. We're just about to cross into Amsterdam now, just about to cross into continental Europe. The Netherlands out in front of us. Very pretty. Looking very good from flight level 370. Any builds 738 for flights in tomorrow?
Excellent, Stu. Climb flight level 250.
You sure?
Delta India Kilo.
Level 250, direct Delta India Kilo.
It's not one I've had before, Aviator. What's your source? Who's your source on that one? I didn't even know they were doing stuff for Microsoft Flight Sim. First time I'm hearing that. Oh well, for starters, hang on. Well, for starters, that Easy 6969 was flying from Liverpool to Zurich, which is, well, 6960 is close you can get, which is from Nice to Edinburgh. 6969 is not a real call sign for EasyJets, and, well, Liverpool to Zurich, they should be flying the same direction as us, from north, east, south, west. They were flying from south to north, so they were crossing paths of us, and their line started about halfway up the page, so tell what you want. Oh, you tried to tell us you yourself, Tom. The way you're defending these trolls right now. Not sure, Will. Not sure about sim crashing. Best speak to a cyber developers, not me. Hey to all players, we're using IVAO right now. Chuck, using IVAO. So it's an ATC network, it's multiplayer, fancy and sim stuff. Well worth checking out. Just press your lens, Natalie. The more you practice, the better you get.
Flight level 390, excellent.
Starting around 12 o'clock tomorrow, Joshua. Starting around 12 o'clock for the flight plan. So we climb to avoid traffic, Kim. Climb to avoid traffic. I feel like making big deals. To be fair, Tom, when you do get about 50 trials in a week, that's when you start to make a few things about it. Like I said, defend what you want.
Wailing 80 the Zulu, contact approach, 121
Do whatever you want. Try fly Luto to Portugal. Not yet, Gonzalo. Well, we did a Portugal flight not too long ago. Did to Portugal, maybe one day, we'll see. We'll do that in an EasyJet trip.
Amsterdam, Luxor, 2 Bravo with you. Luxor 2 Bravo, hello, please walk 1000. 1000 to do what?
I see Zandvoort. Well, let's have a look where Zandvoort is. The answer is probably, actually, just north of Rotterdam. Right, so...
Excellent, Philly, climb flight level 410.
Zandvoort's about
Level 410,
there. The zoom out is... Just off the coast of, well, just off of Amsterdam.
To Mike Tango, contact London 132.605.
Amsterdam is just to our north, so Zandvoort, presumably.
London Control 132.605, right, see Mike Tango, thanks for the service, bye-bye.
It's going to be about there. Howdy, Zandvoort. We should be able to spot Amsterdam Schiphol once as well. And just to our north, just off of the left wing, there it goes. There's Amsterdam Schiphol Airport we landed at this morning in EasyJet colours. And yeah, looking pretty good, that. Very pretty up here. Tomorrow's flight is from London Heathrow to it's going to annoy me now, I'm going to forget it. Luanda. Heathrow to Luanda. Change that you're most likely to Gochi on, well, by next Monday I do need to shave off again.
Unicom 20 red, excellent, Mike, good.
Two for you as well, have a good flight, Unicom 1 back.
Over to Unicom, thank you for service, excellent.
Below chap, sorry, there, in that case, there.
To Bravo, we have radar contact now, proceed direct to Remba, Romeo, Echo, Mike, Bravo. Luxor to Bravo, did you copy?
Not doing just there. Fine. Okay, doing Frankfurt to Chicago. Very nice like that. It's a long flight, that. It's a long trip. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. Welcome, Pete, how you doing? Welcome to Amster Chats. How are you today? There are some mods out there, Kim, that do add fighter jets, yes. There are a couple of mods that add fighter jets to Sim. You buy P3D? No, I don't, Count Starkula. I've officially retired P3D. Last time I flew it was on the trip. It was on the 737 PMDG from Barcelona to Stansted, I think it was. That was the last time I used P3D. Don't think I'll use it again. Don't think I'll use it. It's had its time. It's an FSX continuation. Microsoft Flight Sim very much just replaced it for me. On the brightness slightly, so it's getting a little bit dark behind the glare shield there. Bring it all up to their max. Also, I'm expecting a sunset today. I do expect the sun to start lowering on us on this trip, so we'll make sure that everything is prepared for nighttime flying. Low visibility, nighttime flying. What's there not to love about this Vienna scenery today? You've upgraded premium. Very nice, Ivor. You enjoyed the premium deluxe 787. Go and watch your last landing editor. Come back. No worries, Sebastian. Talk to you later. An A320 on its own can't do a transatlantic jerk, but the A320neo on limited capacity can. There's a few sound facts it needs to do, but it is possible with the right conditions to do a transatlantic flight in the A320. So far so good. 37,000 feet. Visibility is fantastic out there today. So the Wilder Microsoft Flight Sim, forever beautiful, forever beautiful. In fact, we've really done a fair bit of our flight so far. Progress much harder than I thought it would be. We've done approximately 39, so about 40% of the way there so far. Another 480 miles to go to our landing. 489 miles to go. We have a look at the map again. Still looking pretty busy. Still looking very full. The route to Vienna. We have got Langen Radar online right now. They're on 29 minutes, so we'll speak to them later. 127050. But once we're out of Amsterdam Centre, we'll switch over to Unicom for a bit. So a bit of Unicom over to Düsseldorf, and then back in control. This flight sim is worth. I mean, I like it. Try hard games. I do very much enjoy this. I've always liked flight, so this is kind of my niche. This is what I enjoy. It's not for everyone, flight sim. It's not for everyone, but for me personally, this is the pinnacle. This is the top of flight sim right now. Well, when it comes to graphics, at least. Flight dynamics and systems still waiting for the big guns to arrive. But for now, graphically, this is very much on top of this game. I mean, have a look at that. Satellite imagery for the entire world. Everything's, well, as it looks like in real life. You ain't getting much closer than that, my friends. You ain't getting much closer than that. What does cabin crew armed doors crush mean? So, when an aircraft closes its doors, then the cabin crew needs to first of all secure it, lock the doors, which are all set and pressure locked. And if we go to the doors page, doors, you can see slide. They arm the slides. So if the plane crashes, you open the door, the emergency slide's automatic. You open the door, slides just pop out. That needs to be turned on. So you put like a pin or something just to lock the slides in. When they're armed, pins release, doors open, slides release. If the doors are secure, then slides will not drop out and doors can open without any problems. So secure the doors mean you lock it, and arm the doors means that you've armed the emergency slides. I've not flown the A330-300 in real life. Shiva, you're incorrect there, because the A333 is the IVAO code for A330.
For now, Unicom 128, have a good flight, bye-bye.
Unicom 128 for you, Laudamotion 115, thank you very much, and have a good one, bye-bye. Right, tune to Unicom 122.8. Yeah, so I've not done A330 in real life, but I have flown, hang on, 122, sorry, I have flown the original version of the Megapack pod. They're replacing it, new one's released on the 1st of March, we'll be flying soon, but it's something that we have done on flight sim in the past. The bottom bar, Owen, is PACX, TFDi design PACX, the passenger and crew experience mod. Basically adds passengers to your mod, adds cabin crew, adds all your fancy simulation, and just looks rather good doing so. PACX, passenger and crew experience. How does the print work in the aircraft? So counterductular. Well, there's no data on this one, so we'll try it again. So if you head to the MCD menu, go to Atsu, go to the menu, go back, you want to go to the AOC menu, go get a weather request and send it. What this will do is it will send a weather report to your flight sim. We'll wait for the company message to receive. As soon as we have that, the message will return. We'll receive messages and go to the weather request. If you do all that, press the print button. And what you're doing is you're printing that message onto little slip of paper. This time I have got METAR information, thank you very much. So we'll then print it out, we'll pull it, stick it onto the console, and now we can refer to it as part of the flight plan setup. Not difficult, it's a very simple little thing to put together, but it does work rather well. Welcome back, Ricardo, how you doing? Welcome to Airbus Chats. Favourite plane been in real life? Well, I say my favourite plane is the 73 or 747, so probably the 737. Should have flown 74 back in May, should have flown the 747 to America, but that got cancelled and British Airways retired their fleet, so unfortunately that's now in the past. No TX, I'm not a pilot. Career thing that's never really took off for me. Pardon the pun. Yeah, my piloting career never really took off. I'm going to use that in the future now. Who and how is... Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's... Oh, I'm just going to ignore the chat of that. I'm actually not sure what's going on in chat right now. They're just naming different airplane ICAO codes. What number is on the waiting list for your GPU? My GPU waiting list number is now at... I got an email on that yesterday, if I recall correctly. My latest position is... Yesterday, get it down, overclockers UK. 244. 244 now in the queue to receive it. 244 to go. We'll do that later. Move that to my inbox. Can you do more on Underground? I do plan to do a bit more train sim at some point, Isaiah, and London Underground will get takes off in that as well, so yes, I do plan to do some more train sim Underground soon. Easy Airbus fan, 1 hour and 5 minutes to expected arrival, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Current tailwind, well, it's more of a tail crosswind at 29 knots. Ben, 256 at 29 knots. We're soon to cross over Dusseldorf. That's what the airport from down below. There it is. We're crossing over Dusseldorf Airport. Oh, aircraft down below as well. We've got an aircraft down at 10,000 feet. Lufthansa's 15. We've then got an aircraft on our outside, Ryanair 2 Mike Kilo, also at 15,000 feet. And we just made their departures out of the airport. Well below our scope, well below visibility. It's nice to see that there is an airport down below and that there are people actually flying in and out of it as well. The tower, one at 305. There's one aircraft on the ground. Easy 4-pad Mike 737 apparently. Easy, I haven't had 737s for a long, long time. Apparently it's standard requesting this to Hamburg. There's a whole flight spinning wild below you. And that's the beauty of these networks. Oh yeah, it really is Kingslayer. This Microsoft Flight Sim is by far the most fantastic looking flight sim on any network at the moment. Absolutely fantastic. With the new A320 updates, the triangles the ILS haven't been showing up. Do you know why they have the same problems? I've not had the same problem myself, Sebastian. I did a flight this morning, and the only issue I had was the landing ground effects, which I've now tweaked and fixed. So I'm not sure about the land diamonds. The ILS stuff seems to work alright for me, Sebastian. My only comment, have you remembered to turn on the landing system? Welcome, Vaughn, how are you doing? Welcome to Channel's Chats. How are you doing today? You're good at this game. It's just practice, Isaiah. It's just practice. You ought to become like me. Trust me, Isaiah, there are many better people out there you don't want to become. I am a nobody. No IFM, I am not a student pilot. I'm just someone who has a hobby and has learned the basics, I guess. Oh, the new textures are fantastic, Diego. New textures, new cockpits, looks fantastic with the Microsoft Flight Sim. Very happy with the A320X. Very good add-on. Well worth flying. I do not, man. I've removed it. I can add a coffee if I want to, but I don't know. I'm not really much of a coffee drinker, I'm more of a hot chocolate person. There's a airport down there. That airport is going to be Frankfurt, I believe. Nope, Cologne. That's Cologne Airport. Even busier right now. You've got a lot more ATC, delivery, ground and tower. These departures get you onto the centre at London. Busy down here today. Lots and lots of aeroplanes, lots and lots going on. Two airports very close to one another. I'm going to try and get them both on the screen. Where is Dusseldorf gone again? Follow the river. Where's the airport gone? I just lose it. Oh, there it is. Just over there. So if I try and zoom out. There we go. Shows you how close they are to one another. Both airports now on screen. Yes, Ben, this will be an ILS approach. If I check my flight plan, we're expecting runway 11 at Vienna, which is, if we go to runway 11 on the arrivals, an ILS runway. So we're definitely tuning to ILS, we'll definitely allow the aircraft to guide us in to the arrival. In fact, I'll print out the weather report. I'm not actually read it yet. Earlier on the visibility, so visibility of Vienna right now is at 400 meters, which is Cat 2 weather, so it's going to be pretty close tomorrow, or tonight when we land. 400 meters visibility and not clearing up anytime soon. A321, I use the I use the Megapack A321 Vaughn, the Megapack A321. Not in a couple of weeks, the 321. It's a good aircraft, I enjoy flying it. Maybe we'll do another flight at some stage soon. This is the latest experimental version, Michael. Yes, the latest experimental version for the Drawyah. So released, I think it was yesterday's version released. Well worth downloading and taking a look. How's it going to be? Well, we're landing about 59 minutes, Isaiah. 59 minutes to go to landing. Just over halfway, 52% of the way there. Another 393 miles to go. 393 miles to go. Previous emissions about 8 rounds. Right, so Diego, that's a feature of the sim, and you say it's a new feature, it's more of a bug, it's a thing they've broken. So the flaps in the A320, in fact all aircraft, flaps are now, you draw the flaps, it does two things. Increases drag, slows you down, and increases airflow, increases lift. And so in the latest version, the drag is the same, the aircraft slows down the same way, but the lift has been doubled. So as a result, if you're setting your flaps into the number 3 position, it feels like you're doing number 6 position instead, because it's all doubled, it's twice as strong. So what you need to do is head to your flight sim flight dynamics config and half the values to run at more realistic numbers. So that's what I've done now. I've tweaked my sim to suit my aircraft and fingers crossed, touch wood, landing now should be back to normal again. Basically, they've tweaked the ground effects to the point they've actually just destroyed them, basically. And now, we just fix it again manually, back to normal. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator IBS, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Not sure British Airways YT, best speak to a servo for that kind of bug. Not a problem I've personally faced. Otherwise it's so far so good. Our little Lauda jets. You don't need a radiator in your room because your PC is a radiator. Very nice. When we can change back. So you can do it yourself, Dan. A servo will fix it, but I'll fix it in the next big update, which is in March. So either you get used to it until March, or you change it yourself in settings, which is a 10-second job. Oh yeah, don't worry, Daniel. You're not the only one that's facing it. We're all struggling the landings. You want to become a YouTuber when you grow up. Well, it's not get rich quick scheme, Isaiah. It's a long process to become a. I mean, even now, what, 150 viewers, 30-something thousand subscribers. It's only 27, I think it's 28,000. I mean, this isn't a career for me. This isn't a job. This is just something I do in my free time because I enjoy it. And to give me the freedom to fly around the world. Thank you there, Gotchi, for the $2 Canadian. Much appreciated. Love your lives. Much appreciated. Thank you for on the channel. You're a start. Yes, why not? Actually, why am I subscribed right now? 28,800 and... what's the number there? 28... So about 28,800 subs, 5.6 million views. I've actually just hit 5.6 million views earlier today. Very nice. Put it on the channel later on. Yeah, like I say, it's not a get rich quick scheme. I do it because I enjoy it. This isn't a job for me. You never know. One day I could just stop doing YouTube entirely. No announcement because I just got really busy and therefore I can't really do it anymore. But since I've got plenty of time, thanks to these lockdowns, I fly, really. Simple as. Not too bad, Nick. Not too bad. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chats. Yes, Flying 8, I was live earlier on as well. The flights from Copenhagen to Amsterdam this morning, and now doing flights from Liverpool to Vienna. And then tomorrow doing a single flight, doing one flight from London to Luanda. I believe the airport's going to appear on R&D shortly. So there's our decel marker. That's when you say down below wherever the house is ready for landing. Airport won't be too far beyond that. Okay, so we're over Langen airspace right now, but they're not responsible above 245. Therefore, we're flying across. We're not going to speak to a Langen radar. If we descended, we would, but we're not. The next people we'll be contacting is likely going to be Vienna North Centre. That gets us into Vienna Approach, and then from Vienna Approach gets us onto Vienna Tower. That goes us in for landing later on. ETA 54 minutes. Mach 54 minutes. Welcome back. How you doing? Welcome to chats. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Tomorrow's stream is 12 o'clock noon UK time. You have to check what time it is for your local time, but 12 o'clock noon UK. Headset, it's just some cheap Nubwo things off of Amazon. I bought like 3 or 4 years ago because my Sennheiser's given up. Nubwo N2s. They're not the best, but they do a job and they just about do it well. Although I may upgrade this to something a bit nicer at some stage soon. We're going to Luanda Cape Town because I don't plan to fly all day, Isaiah. Sorry, not Isaiah. Sorry. I don't plan to fly all day, Ryan. Not Ryan. Sorry, I'm going to do the chat now. Kendall. 2 two reasons. So, one, because I don't plan to fly for more than 9 hours tomorrow. I have got other things I need to do. My sim's frozen for a second. It's not a good sight, that. We'll give it a moment to refresh. Please don't crash on me. I appreciate it if you just carry on flying. Ah, we're back. Perfect. It's a bit laggy now. I'm sure that'll slowly pick up in a moment. Yeah, so one, I plan to do other things tomorrow, and two, because I've got a friend who works at British Airways who used to do a lot of stuff in Luanda as well in the 747. So as a result, I thought I'd just kind of do it in memory of him. Well, my memory is still alive. Inspired by him, then. Yes, I'm very aware of that pratik. A lot of people have told me what Lauda means in Hindi. I like it, Nick. I do like the UK updates. Very good. Adds lots to the sim world. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Take care, Mike. You have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. FlightPC, Michael, is a mod side loader, so it takes values from the sim and makes it available for mods to use. It can then take that information and then inject it back into Microsoft Flight Sim. So right now it's powering two mods. PACX, the passenger crew experience mod, which gives it the details about its flight duration and and other things that affects the passenger side, like turbulence, pitch, speeds. If I'm nosediving, for example, takes that information, feeds into PACX, and also using it for FlyLive Studio. So it takes the information off of FlightPC and it allows me to inject that into the airplane information and create the overlay with it as well. So two mods right now I'm using with FlightPC, using the passenger crew experience mod and also FlyLive to get the overlay on top. No Xbox release dates yet, Lynn, but it will be in the summer. Releases this summer, Microsoft Flight Sim. Not sure about the 787 in-up switches, Amen. Not sure about that. That you have to wait and see. Nope, I'm not a real-life pilot, aviation. Do I like to be? If I could afford it, I would. Simple answer. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful platform, even I'm flying this almost every day. It's so pretty. Do you like flying 787 or the A320? I like 78. I mean, I prefer Boeings. I do enjoy Boeing aircrafts. The only reason I fly the A320 so much is because, well, the 787 and 747 are both long-haul aircraft, and so I can't really be doing short hauls in a long-haul airplane. That doesn't work. I like doing realistic routes, I like doing realistic trips. So tomorrow we fly the 747 from London to Luanda, which is historically a 747 route for British Airways. And yeah, kind of seeing where it goes from there, I guess. I'm not the right person to speak about that, Zakari. I don't run IVAO. I don't know what they use the information for. I just use the VATC network. I've got no issues with it. I mean, I can imagine they're only tracking your flight because how do they track your normal stuff? Luanda, it's in Angola. Diego, Luanda is the capital of Angola. Yes, pilot training is cheaper in other countries, but then it comes down to the licenses and all that. Some countries, the licenses may not quite be valid elsewhere. Not too bad, Shape of Evo. Not too bad. How are you doing? Welcome to chats. Cheers, Amen. Thank you for the kind words. Glad you're in your top 3. Favourite route to any A320neo? Not. So I've had a lot of good routes. I'd say my number one route was when I did the trip from Taipei to Kai Tak in the 747. That was a very good trip. Got good memories of that one. The landing at Kai Tak was spot on, so that'd probably be my number one on that. Don't forget to practice your French. Yes, got to practice my French for the next Canada flights. Routes they do in the A320neo. We chance that, Ryan. No, just copy and paste. Right, so there's Vienna now, top of RND. In a couple of minutes, we'll start programming our arrival into Vienna today. But like I said, we're expecting runway 11 on directs though, which is going to be quite interesting. If I have a look at the ATIS for the arrival, the arrival runway is right. So it's runway 16 use right now. Low visibility. Right. Okay. So yeah, low visibility procedures. Runway 16 visibility currently at 450 meters. So that's kind of broken up a bit, but still not looking very good. The weather in Vienna. Information. Golf on contacts. Right. Call sign. Laudamotion 115. Shape of IVAO. Laudamotion 115. Should create. Yes. I plan to maybe do at some point the Kai Tak landing at 60 FPS. I'm sure that'll be very good. Which link do you want, Isaiah? Which link are you looking for? That program our arrival in now, so ILS runway 16 via. Do we have a Budex arrival? We do actually. Budex 1 Whiskey. How does that look on paper? No vias. Probably going to look like a disaster. Actually, that's not too bad. Attempt out, make a right hand turn. Very bad. She flies south of the airports and kind of loop in from the other side. We could probably do that actually. At the Budex arrival, the answer is where is Budex? There you go, Budex. Yes, so that's the arrival. We'll go with it. More of an extended path. We're going the long way around. Arrival season 28 UTC, but apart from that, it should be interesting. No Isaiah, no co-pilots, just an empty seat on our hand side. No, you can't delete your waypoints part of the arrival. That's one thing that the sim does not let you do. Don't know when slightly descent. It's your flight level times 3 divided by 10. So we're at flight level 370, so 10 seat, so 370 divided by 10, 37, times it by 3, 369, 7, 14, 21. So our top descent will be 111 miles from the airport. So 37 times 3, 111, and therefore that is our miles for the top of descent. How come we don't use sim briefing point anymore? Because it's more realistic to do it manually, Jim. I'm all for realism, and so it's nice to have for longer flights, but for short flights, pilots have always done waypoints manually, and therefore I'll do it manually as well. Incorrect flight fan. Normal waypoints can be deleted as well. So, for example, if you go to the very start of the stream where I was plugging our routing, I input one of the routes by. Well, I put a waypoint in by accident, which it shouldn't have been there. And that one you can delete no problem. The only ones you can't delete are the departures and arrivals. I will play it clean again at some point, Calin. For example, when the release of the Tolis A340 comes, I'll definitely be flying an A340 flight. So, yes, we'll definitely do more. We'll do more explaining again at some stage for sure. I'm not quite sure what you mean by am I a simple man, Isaiah. I'm not quite sure what you're getting on with that. There's a Boeing aircraft next plane that comes in handy. Yes, the 737. 747's tomorrow, eh? 92% satisfaction in the camera right now. Passengers looking pretty alright. Slowly making my way to the arrival. So Southampton's 1025 at Vienna right now. 10 knots, so it's not quite as bad as the 24 knots we dealt with on takeoff there. Takeoff was horrible today. Did not enjoy that. It's colder. It's probably it's not really raining. Hang on. Yeah, so it's up to 650 now. When the visibility is getting better, there's more view of the runway. But few clouds at ground level, overcast at 100 even. 3 degrees centigrade, 2.2, 10125 expected for the landing later on. It's not good weather in Vienna. Not good weather. Sarah Wilson, Greece in Vienna. Welcome, Fablo. How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I do like his name. I do like his name, Fabifly. It's very smart. What can I see your aircraft messages? Oh, what can I see your aircraft live? Outright. We're setting sets to live. What do you mean by that? Aviation Forever. Oof. Is that a group flight going to Vienna? Okay, they're going to where's this? Salzburg. But we're going to cross paths with all of these airplanes, and that's a lot of airplanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, 10 inbounds to Salzburg. I thought our traffic was pretty strong. It's going to get very busy in the Vienna airspace. Yeah, very busy indeed. Tablet Aviation RHL is the A320nx mod. A320nx for tablet. Water subways, there's no Bakerloo line, Isaiah. Water subways only includes the Circle line for London Underground. When was the last time you crashed? Never have, I never have. And I don't plan to anytime soon either. I can quite happily say that while streaming, I have a 100% success rate at landing all of my flights. No worries, Moses. Always happy to recommend stuff that's, well, pretty good. If we have a look at TCAS right now, we did have that one message earlier on. See the airplanes behind us, also flying to Vienna right now, about 40 miles behind, but it's not super busy at this point on. Be sure to keep a close eye on that during the arrival today. This is the experimental version, Henry. This is the experimental version of the A320nx. Not going to happen, UV Boss. The Microsoft flights, well, the A320 in real life has a flight wire which limits your bank angle. So you can turn left. If you hit 40 degrees, the aircraft will stop you from banking and force you back into level position. So the A320, it is impossible to do a barrel roll in unless you were to turn off the flight wire and go into direct slow. The tips, Marlon, is just messages on IVAO. So these are people right now talking on ATC, communicating with one another, and therefore it's just telling me what's going on in the world right now. Any traffic I need to be aware of. Shouldn't be EasyJ. Well, yeah, it's not EasyJ because I'm flying in Laudamotion on Volanta. I'm LDM. You're looking at the wrong aeroplane there. Runway, so it's 16, so is it 16 landing on, to confirm? It's 16. So it's quite a short, well, it's quite a long taxi today. We land on 16, we'll try and leave as soon as possible. If we try and make Bravo 6, that'd be pretty good. Then it'll be onto the Delta, cross Echo, and then into stand where they give us. But we'll keep this in the background for the landing. Let's go to have the charts with us just in case. IVAO's only text, UV Boss, IVAO's only text. We're on IVAO Aviator, not VATSIM. FlightControlReplay are live players, live traffic and live weather because he only planes in WebEye. That's because WebEye is not flight sim aviation. WebEye is for IVAO. It's only IVAO network, not for default flight sim. You're looking at the wrong place. Yeah, this guy's been spamming his last couple of streams. I might just ban him entirely. I've given him mutes. That'd be my last mute before I ban him. 80 is IVAO. Aviator Alex Luke, IVAO. How much longer? 38 minutes. 38 minutes. We've got 2 places you can check. No, I don't have. I do not have an A330. The only A330 will be the Megapack one, and that releases on the 1st of March. So it's not even out yet. It comes out in 2 weeks. It's not real traffic here, man. It's multiplayer traffic, just with a different network behind it. But in terms of model matching, yes, it's the only way you can do it right now in Flight Sim. Yeah, Shaky, there are 5 airplanes behind us right now, or 4 airplanes. I'm also in the lead. But whenever I stream, you do get a few planes to tag along and do a similar route. We've plugged in our arrival information, and in a couple of minutes we'll probably get ourselves ready for the top of descent. I check my position relative to ATC. We're not yet in tow, but we'll get that ready to go. 134-350. 134. Oh yeah, click spot right, don't you? 350. And therefore, as soon as you're ready to contact Vienna Centre, we'll go straight onto that. Welcome to GWT video. How's it doing? Well, there. Welcome GWT videos. How you doing? Welcome to Amps Chats. How are you today? Would you be keen on landing at Par again? Not soon, Varen. Not soon. Still have nightmares about Paro in our first go around. I've already answered your question about co-pilot size there. Pay attention. There's no need to spam the chat about it either. Doing okay. In a few days. Yeah, it's been a couple of days, DWT, but as long as you're keeping yourself well, that's the main thing that matters, I guess. What do you do in terms of gear? I use the Thrustmaster Hostess Warthog, Hostess Warthog stick, and Warthog throttle. Expensive bit of kit, but well worth it. Absolutely worth it. Premium gear, nothing compares in terms of how it feels. Oh yeah, I've done plenty of go-arounds, I've done plenty of go-arounds. If something looks instinctively wrong, go around. Welcome, Ollie, how you doing? Welcome to Jam's Chats. How are you today? You've been stressed, COVID situation, don't know if you have or not, can't get tested, not a valid reason now. Covers you farther. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of months for a lot of people, GWT. I guess the main thing really is keep strong, keep at it, and eventually things will start to return. On Monday we have another COVID talk from Boris, and potentially see some of this lockdown lifted, so I guess we'll wait and see, I guess, at this point in time, but it has been tough for a lot of people. We've all had to sacrifice a lot this year. Frankfurt Boston 748, you enjoy it, Alessandro? It's a long flight that. Do enjoy it. Do enjoy it. Not doing too bad, Ollie. Not doing too bad. So far so good. How are you doing? Sorry, video we showed how to shadow bombing video A320 mods. Which mods are you talking about, Shape of Evo? Which video are you talking about? Wing view video with realistic mods. You didn't link the mods because I always link my mods in the description, Shape of Evo. Which video in particular are we talking about? Maybe I can tell you what it is. I do have a job there, and I do marketing and social media. Marketing and social media. Nope, custom movies are all default, Zach. You just have to edit the config files. Edit the config files, sit the camera in where you want, and then save it, and it's all done from there. Very simple. Requires a bit of work, requires a bit of editing, but ultimately does the job rather well. Have you had a problem with the aircraft lifting? Yes, CD, but there is a fix you can edit with. Well, you edit the config files and. Sorry, it's not config, it's the flight dynamics. So you can tweak your flight dynamics file, and that fixes your issue with the floats. If you try post it on Discord, Vivo. If you try posting a link on YouTube, it will block the message. Message it on Discord, and I can see it from there. Yes, the free Montenegro Tivat scenery on Sim Markets. I have picked it up. In fact, I'll drop it a link in chat now. Markets. If you guys want a free airports from Sim Markets, goes payware again tomorrow, but seems alright. Might do a flight there some stage soon. ETA 31 minutes, James. 31 minutes. I like the UK updates, I do like it. The photogrammetry looks pretty good, scenery very good. Liverpool John Lennon Airport I adore, the level of detail now is fantastic. I like it, it's a good update. Oh, there's no mods on that Shape of Vivo. The only mod is the A320neo add-on. Everything else is video editing. No mods, it's video editing. Not too bad, Jackson. Not too bad. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Nope, there's no mods on that. I just added a video. I just used VSCC Video Editor to add a. I used VSCC. I used to upscale the video to 1440p, and then I used Hip Film Express to add a camera shake motion to the video. But it's not sim mods. It's all editing. Yes, James, I have flown from. I've not flown from Stansted in Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm waiting for an add-on for it because I fly to Stansted so much in real life. In fact, Stansted's the most common airport I've flown from with Ryanair. I've done about 30 flights there in the last 5 years, so very often for me. So I'm waiting for a mod for that because I'm not going to fly to default airports, which will just break my love for the airports. Gaya are doing one. Gaya will release theirs soon. The funniest. What do you mean by funniest? Ari. I mean, I guess West Ray to Papa West Ray is pretty funny. There's no dates yet on controls and tyre smoke. They want to rebuild the effects engine and then control and smoke will be added to that. There's no dates yet on that. Euros your first flights. Does Heathrow, very nice. My first flight, can't remember my first flight. It was like when I was maybe 1 year old, and that would have been Lot Polish Airlines from probably Warsaw to London, to be fair. Crash desktop. So it was a crash desktop, Ollie. My entire PC was frozen, and so I just reduced my overclocking for that. Reducing overclocking seems to do quite nicely for me. Favourite plane in real life, either the 737 or 747, Ryan. 73 or 747. Can you make a video on the shutdown for the A320neo? It's not exactly difficult, Tyler. You activate the APU, APU bead active, engines off, done. Battle there for the £10. Love watching streams, Drawyah. Hope all goes well for you next year. New channel looks, yeah, I mean, cheers, man. That is fantastic. Thank you for the channel. I mean, this year, hopefully, with the release of, say, well, we've got the Aerospace CIJ coming, the PMDG 737, I plan to use tutorials for both of those. Those are pretty good. We have an IVAO tutorial I plan to do at some stage very soon as well, so hopefully get that out soon. There's a lot of tutorials I'll get out there, a lot of things to kind of help the community grow and that kind of stuff. And so this year, hopefully, try to get a bit out there. Yes, 737 Captain, I have been on Flights and Bests. I've been on it once, and that was when I was flying into Canada, Aircan deliveries. We legs to the runway, and the aircraft started doing 360 spins on the taxiway, which is quite funny. How to get the weather map in A320? Sure thing, Aviation Forever. So what you do is you go to the right hand side to the weather panel, and then you just click on 1. And just like that, weather is added to your ND. We'll leave that on actually because of the low visibility, just in case we need to keep track of the arrival. Landing rate is a mod, Matt Osborne. It's FlyLive Studio that does the pop-ups. Thank you there, Diego, for the 12 Peruvian Nuevo. Do I pronounce that right? What time's the stream going to be tomorrow? So it's going to be 12 o'clock noon UK time, 12 o'clock midday. I'm not quite sure how that translates to international. Well, Zulu's 1200 Zulu, so take it as you will. But midday UK, when stream starts tomorrow. Welcome, Kem Saidu, welcome to chats. Welcome, Random Ninja. Both of you. So we're going to start considering our descent shortly. Plenty of time to go, plenty of distance to cover. Look at the arrivals into Vienna. Kind of see how that all kind of comes together. Quite interested in this. Aha, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the airport's laid out in Vienna, but it doesn't make sense. Potentially at Messor we get an intercept that goes straight across. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll start descending around Abudo, and then we'll work our way into Temta. It depends on how the altitude gives us an arrival. Look at Schwechat. Still another, still 15 aircraft inbound. We're number 1 on the top of the inbound list at 1918. There's 4 minutes between myself and an Aegean, so it's going to be very close. The arrivals, very close indeed. Runway is 16 at Vienna Tom, runway 16. Airport does snacks. Not quite sure what I mean by that. Airport does snacks. Not sure. How do you upload the Aerocycle? Navigraph, Northern Railway. Need Navigraph subscription. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are your landings? 5, I'd say. What video editor do you use? I use VSDC for my video editing FlightPad, sorry, VSDC video editor. And then I have the £20 a year Pro subscription for that. It's a good editor, it's free to use, and you can get more features for the £20 a year. I like it, I do like it. Welcome, Mr. Martin, how are you doing? Welcome to M's Chats. How are you today? For go-arounds, best look at the charts, see your vectors, and what you say. Oh, what would you say? So, you just report, so in my case, Laudamotion 115 is going around standard miss, and then follow the charts around for that. I mean, every case will be different, and therefore, kind of just have to match the scenario with the situation. We're going to start our descent shortly now. That's going to start descent now. We need to be down to an altitude of how high? 6,000, 5,000. Well, we'll start with 10,000 for descent. And then as soon as he contacts tower, they can give us the rest. 134350 will be our next frequency in just a couple of minutes. How do you activate C without listening to ATIS? Well, for starters, you can just use ATIS. Where is it? Arrival runway 16. Or look at your flight plan. So in my case it says 111, but well, winds change, runways change, that happens when you follow a flight plan. But your flight plan is always your backup runway. Check what's current, and if you can't find any current info, follow the backups. There you go, 134350. Give a few seconds to connect. Hello there, Vienna Centre. This is Laudamotion 115, descending through flights level 340, inbounds Abudo.
5 in radar, low identified. Continue descent, flight level 170.
Continue descent down to flight level 170, and also we have information Golf currents for Vienna. So descending down to 17,000 now. I'll guide us through that. Probably not FlyPad. I've retired P3D, and I don't have the P3D V5. I've got V4, but not V5. The boarding music is off of YouTube, Greg. That's the Laudamotion boarding music. I'll find it again. Yep.
Expect from now 90 miles from touchdown. Descent flight level 130.
Yeah, that's not us. We're flying in Lauda colours, Zane. Flying in Lauda colours.
Unicorn 122.8, NHS 6 is a heavy.
ATC is IVAO, John. We fly on the IVAO network. How do you get more brightness in the cockpits? You turn the scroll wheels. Brightness. I'm a Chelsea fan, Nick. Chelsea fan. Drew 1-1 early on today.
Your distance from touchdown is around 120 miles. 120 miles.
Yes, Solly. Lauda have bought Ryanair. Sorry, Ryanair have bought Lauda and then rebranded it as Ryanair Europe. So, in the next couple of years, Ryanair will buy the 737 Maxes, and then all the 738s that are displaced from the original Ryanair fleets will go to Laudamotion, and they will replace the A320s. So, the A320s will be sold, and then eventually it'll be once again an all Boeing fleet for the airliner.
43, fly direct to Sierra Bravo Golf Viewer.
Sun is setting, it's getting a bit orange now, the sky. A very pretty landing this, I'd say. Very pretty indeed.
339 for the time descent, at least 2,500 feet or greater. 2,500 feet or greater.
Through 24,240. Good luck, man. Do enjoy that. It's a good network. I do enjoy it. It's not 1 billion jobs flight pad, because you're telling me then Airbus have 13% of the world's population as part of the jobs. 1 billion euros lost due to the pandemic, not 1 billion jobs. Check your numbers there. I'm not quite sure what you're looking at. Otherwise, 1 in 7 people work at Airbus, which I don't think is quite right. 134675.
Goldberg 43, descent flight level 130.
So we're on the standby. We'll input the destination data now, so performance Approach. QNH is 1025. Temperature is 3 degrees centigrade, 2.3. Winds are 1208 knots. Resistance altitude 10,000. Decision height is going to be, so wind DA is going to be 740. Flaps 4 for landing today, and 122. The approach should be perfect.
Proceed direct to Mazu.
Proceed direct to Mazu for Laudamotion 115. Yes, flew the Finnair A330 from Helsinki to San Francisco. I do remember that back in November, wasn't it, last year? November. Next train stream will be next week, Joshua. Maybe Thursday next week. Settings are a mix of high and ultra flights. I've done a video on my graphics settings. Well, love checking that out. And on the seatbelt signs now. And passengers back to their seats. A very pretty arrival. Unfortunately, the cloud also means, well, no visibility on landing. How far is it? Is it any better? Answer is not particularly. Still 650 meters, still looking very low visibility for landing. 1025 altimeter. No, don't flight fan. There is a free version of the PC. Use that one.
Okay, I don't know why, but I lost all of my produced goods on my FMC. I'm trying to resolve it.
Microsoft Flight and its problems, eh? You need to remember, Ed, that FSX is 15 years old, and Microsoft Flight Sim is 15 weeks old in comparison. We're comparing a really old platform to a really new one, which is why the prices are so different. A320neo mod North Shore. A320neo mod.
Report indicates it as speed.
Graphics for the clouds are on high.
Speed 297 knots or greater.
Cloud graphics are on high at the moment.
297 knots or greater. Number 1 Pushback.
I do community flights every month, FlightControlReplay. Last Sunday of every month we do a group flights.
My next point in my FMC is Mati.
Last Sunday of every month.
You can give me any intersection before. I'm going to intersection.
Cat 146 and waypoint is Martic. This is correct.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, Nicky Ladd was an F1 driver. Very good F1 driver, won a lot of championships in his lifetime. He'd owned 3 airlines, then died a couple of years ago now. I was just speaking figuratively, Kendall, Mr. Smarty.
115, contact speed in radar 134675, bye-bye.
134675 for Laudamotion 115, thank you very much. One's a new sim, one's a really old sim. Probably compared to 2 for prices. Hello there, Vienna approach, this is Laudamotion 115, currently at flight level 170 inbound to Massor.
Hello, Laudamotion 115, Venus radar identified, fly heading 090, expect ILS 16.
Fly heading 090, expecting ILS for 16 Laudamotion 115. So make a left hand heading 090. We will check the frequencies as well, make sure that's plugged in correctly. No, it hasn't. So we'll grab that off of Flight Panda database. Vienna, we are looking at runway 16, ILS 108.5. Input that. Your descent, still holding at 17,000. We'll likely be given further descent instructions soon. I'm actually a bit surprised we're still holding. See what Tao's got in mind for us. We're only about 20 miles from the airport at this point. We're about 30 miles.
115, descent flight level 110.
Evening, after departure 16, climbing to altitude 5,000 feet, passing altitude 2,400.
Monarch 262, hello radar contact, climb flight level 240.
And 110 for Laudamotion 115.
Correct. Monarch 262, radar contact, climb flight level 240.
Zoom into the 20 mile
According to
marker.
my flight plan, I have flight level 160.
Monarch 262, proceed trajectory.
Oh yeah, some airport space you need to put the frequencies. No frequency, it's not going to work. Always check your radios when you're at your descents.
Laudamotion 115, fly heading 100, descent 9,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Heading 110 down to 9,000 feet, QNH 1025 Laudamotion 115.
Heading 100.
Heading 100 for Laudamotion 115.
Correct.
What did I say? 110, 100? Oh yeah, sorry, I did say 110, didn't I? Okay, 100. Using the Thrustmaster Hotel Warthog Air, stick and throttle. Yes, I have landed in Mexico before. I've done a landing in Tijuana in CJ4 a couple of months ago. We've got the replay mod in the background for now. And as soon as we're low enough, we'll start recording the replay and start preparing that for landing. About 11 minutes to land at this point. I say we're, depending on the approach, we may be a little bit behind, but for the most part, we'll be pretty accurate to the landing. Yeah, I said 110, didn't I? So question 100 there. Sim's frozen again momentarily. I'm going to hold my breath while this.
Laudamotion 115, descend 7,000 feet.
Descend 7,000 feet for Laudamotion 115. Just be aware that the sim has momentarily frozen for us. Take your time, Microsoft Flight Sim.
Good evening, Transport 612.
We're back.
4,000 feet, climbing flight level 100.
Transport 612, being radar, good afternoon, radar contact, climb flight level 240.
Flight level 240, Transport 612.
Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. 10 minutes. .025 sets.
Laudamotion 115, speed 240 knots or greater.
240 knots or greater for Laudamotion 115. Landing lights on. Nope, same microphone for IVAO. Ordered on the same microphone. QNH is your pressure variant, local pressure. Depends on your your altitude, depending where in the world you fly. Liverpool 2 down, that's good. Thank goodness to who's the little plane tonight? Who are they playing? Why is your voice low in your announcements? Just to how the volume set up, Guilty. Just how the announcements set up.
5, descent 5,000 feet.
Descend 5,000 feet for Laudamotion 115. Get the tower frequency on standby. Tower is 119.4. There you go. It's the Merseyside Derby right now. Did we depart from Liverpool today on the Merseyside Derby?
Proceeding direct to Hoopit.
I didn't even realise that. Fair enough. To be fair, I'd prefer Everton having a few more points and being level with Chelsea than Liverpool, who are higher than us, to gain even more points. I'd rather be closer to Liverpool. I'd rather Liverpool be down and Everton be up. We'll set our brakes now, so we'll set brakes to medium. Arm the spoilers.
260, Josh.
We'll prepare ourselves for landing in just a couple of minutes. We'll turn on the localizers, just allow the aircraft to ready to establish. Have a look at the ND there. It's about 7 miles to intercept. 7 miles to intercept. You can declare an emergency KIM on IVAO, but some controls will tell you to disconnect, others... It depends how busy it is. Some will do it, others will just ask you to disconnect.
Laudamotion 115, turn right, heading 160, descend 4,000 feet, cleared ILS 16, be advised RVR runway 16, 700 meters.
Turn right, heading 160 and down to 3,000 feet for Laudamotion 115, and we'll be aware for runway 16, clear ILS.
For the intercept, heading 130, 130.
Correction, 130 for intercept, Laudamotion 115.
Laudamotion 115, you may now reduce speed, keep it 180 knots or greater until 60 ME.
160 or greater till 60 ME and cancel down for Laudamotion 115. We'll slow the airplane down now. Keep it at 160 above until 6 miles.
Flight level 240.
Take care, Rat. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Monarch 202, contact Vienna radar 133.8.
133.8, Monarch 202. Good evening, hello.
If I had the option to be a part in real life, probably GLT, sorry. I probably would be. Landing about 5 minutes now. 5 minutes to go. About to establish now. You can see the top of our altitude about to drop. Just waiting now for the heading to arrive, and then we'll finalise everything for landing now.
Sky 011 with you, inbound Nixie, on descent to flight level 250.
Hello, Sky Travel 011, Dean Radar, identified level 255, proceed direct Quebec, descent flight level 110.
Direct Quebec, descent flight level 110, Sky 011.
Right. Get ready, shall we? At 180 knots, very shortly, That's the localizer. 15 miles to Vienna now, 15 miles to go. Localizer sets. Right hand turn. The engine's a bit lost right now. Runways in sights. Now wait for the diamonds to hit the vertical bit there. As soon as it does, we'll hit the approach mode and then we'll let the aircraft drive itself down on autopilots. Every time you use PACX, it detects an engine failure. I'm not sure about that, Jack. I've never had an engine failure without an engine failure in flight sim before.
Motion 15, contact tower, frequency 119.4, good night.
119.4, Laudamotion 15, good night, and thank you very much.
Flash Pro 612, contact Wien, radar 134.3.
Hello there, Vienna Tower, this is Laudamotion 115, inbound runway 16, not quite established yet, but will be very shortly at 4,000.
Laudamotion 115, Wien Tower, very good evening. Wind 123 degrees, 110 RVR, runway 16 is 700 meters, runway 16 after 1.
Clear to land, Laudamotion 115, thank you very much. Right, so we get our landing clearance, we're just about to establish the localizer now, just waiting for that to drop, there we go. Approach mode set. Laps 2. Zoom into that. Move our slow down, shall we? Skylook's amazing how to get like that. It's default clouds, default weather, UV. Just evening time, it's the evening time of day. Laps 3. Gear down. Pop the replay. Flaps 4. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing. Right, gear down, 3 greens, brakes set and armed, spoilers armed, flaps set for landing, cabin secure, we have landing clearance, pre-landing checklist is complete. Yeah, till 60 ME, Kim. Hit 60 ME now. No need for anti-ice, we're relatively low on the cloud cover at this point. Got a final in, landing very soon. So hopefully now with the fix, we've got proper landing dynamics. Hopefully ground effects won't cause us too many problems today, but time will tell. It's a 25 knot headwind at this point, so winds are perfect. Winds are spot on. Yeah, the aircraft will cope really. Clear that. I can see what they mean by low visibility. There is some very low cloud cover around the airport, but fortunately the lighting, it has managed to give us a bit of clearance around that. I'm not super fussed by the weather at this